Yo, tell me I just didn't hit the delete button by mistake when I was recording this and deleted my entire memory card. But I have got some pork loin right here. Real thin sliced pork loin. I marinated this for a few hours in soy sauce, some smoke seasoning, brown rice vinegar, garlic. You see the chopped garlic on there, and onion powder. And that's it. That's what you see here. I got this pork air fryer mix, which is right here. It doesn't need any egg because it has the soy sauce so it'll stick to there. But that is what I just did. You see that? Look, I did that a whole bunch of times already. It's my fault, man. I messed up. All right, so we're gonna load that up. I took my glove off. So we got 400 degrees for 10 minutes. That's gonna cook. We're gonna flip those over and we're gonna do it for another 10. That's it. Got some onions and some mushrooms that I'm sweating down, get all that flavor out of there. We're gonna make a nice little gravy out of it. All right, let's put this together. We got the rice down already. Then a little bit of that gravy down. It's only the first part. Put them chops down. Boom, boom, boom. Threw down the gravy a little more. Had the eggs on the top. That's what we got. Pork Katsu Moco. Not a local Moco this time. A little remix. Man, I'm hungry. Whew. What's going on, guys? King Trats here, back with a video on the channel. And today, I'm not gonna mess it up this time. Pork Katsu Moco. We already said that because you already know what it is, but I'm not gonna ruin my intro. I grabbed a spoon. I had a fork in my hand because I use this plastic one because I'm from the trenches. But before I even sat down to eat this, I knew I had to get a spoon because forks are just stupid. Anyway, you saw what it is. I am starving. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I got home really late. So don't drop it, please. You know I gotta get this let me get you a yolk though. I messed up. I plated it wrong. Let's get you a yolk. I flipped that yolk around. Come back, bro. All right. What we doing? It's my favorite. I've been back on an egg kick. I'm sure you guys have probably noticed it. I've made eggs in 5 of my last 9 meals. I don't even care. Drip, drip, drip. Give me more of that yolky yolk. You have never had eggs, the yolk, any kind of meat, the rice, the gravy. You are asleep. I'm telling you. Asleep. All up in there. Yeah. It looks better on my end, but y'all get the idea here. Hold on. Hold on, we even get you that. There you go. All I do is drop shit. Y'all don't know, the build up to the first bite, even for me, and I made this, oh man. I always like my first bite reactions to be genuine, so I don't really be trying my food. You know how people any kind of person who cooks, when you make a sauce or a gravy, you try it, a little spoon. I don't do that. I just be praying. Because my first bite, I like it to be very genuine. If I tried it already, the reaction won't be the same. I know you've probably heard this before in your life, but this is not going to last long. That's almost 4 days in a row. Innuendos. Maybe I need a hug or something. I feel like the Loco Moco and all the variations came from like the Hawaiian Islands, right? And I feel like their food on the mainland is getting popular, but it's still so slept on. I had the opportunity to go to one time, bro. I want to go back so bad just to eat. Like, I eat all day. Everybody else trying to see the beaches. I'm just trying to get some food. I'll go around all day. Spam? All day. There's actually a can of Spam in my pantry. I was going to use it, but I ran out of protein because I made too much pork. So, remove. But I love Spam. And I never had Spam until I was like 20. I feel like people who've never had it, they have like this like almost like negative, like it's like not supposed to be good, or oh, I would never eat that. Like, why? Like, what's wrong with it? I don't get it. But on the Hawaiian Islands, it's integrated into their culture, which is like, for me, like, call me, you know what I mean? It actually happened, history lesson, here we go. It happened when Hawaii was a U.S. territory, and, you know, we put bases over there. Different discussion, different day. More or less because they needed to feed all the people that went over there on the bases, and obviously their families. They sent Spam, like a ton of it, and it kind of never left. The same thing happened in the Philippines too. So you can get Spam at McDonald's there. A lot of popular dishes, but Spam musubi, which is like a, it looks like a giant, like a sushi roll, but the fish or the meat is Spam, and then there's rice, and it's wrapped in nori, seaweed. It's good as hell. If you've never had it, it tastes like Spam. You know how people, another big one, because New Jersey, what we have here, or South Jersey, I know somebody like give me crap for that, the whole pork roll roast Taylor ham thing. And people all the time, when I tell them about Taylor ham, pork roll, it's Taylor ham, I don't care what y'all say. They always ask me, like, yo, what does it taste like? Taylor ham. It's one of those things. Is there any other food like that? Like, there's really not a comparison. Like, it's similar to like 20 things, but there's nothing quite like it. Taylor ham and Spam are kind of similar in the taste profile. A little bit different texturally. But if you fry either of them, they get the same kind of texture. And, oh, they're delicious, man. But growing up, my mom would never buy it for that reason. So I ain't no Spam. if she's not eating it, we're not eating it. So, I never had it. Until one day when I got to college, I was like, yo, I want to try Spam. So I went to the store, I just got a can of it and like fried it up. I guess like similar to bologna, but it's not. It don't taste like bologna. Like, fried bologna is fire too, though. And it's funny because a popular breakfast is Spam, eggs, and rice. And I used to eat it, but I did it with bologna. Like, fried bologna and egg sandwiches. Bologna, egg, and cheese. Fried bologna all the time. Some people will say it's like a hood meal. I ate it as a kid. But I did live in the hood. I don't know. I like fried bologna, bro. And we used to always do fried bologna, egg, and cheese sandwich. So, that was like one of the first things I used to cook. It was like frying bologna. I was like 5 years old. And one day, I think it was like a Saturday morning, because I always cook my own breakfast. And I went to make one. And there was no bread. And I was like, oh, what the hell am I going to do? And I always made it the same way. I always eat my eggs sunny side up. I like runny yolk. Even as a kid, I was making sunny side up eggs. So, I had the egg ready to go. The fried bologna ready to go. I went to get the bread and it wasn't there. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I was just about to eat it. Then I went in the fridge. And there was like some rice left. So I said, okay, I'm going to try it on the rice. And I ate it. You better believe it was fire. So I started eating it ever since. I used to eat it all the time. Then when I got over to Hawaii, I was like, oh, like that. I was like, oh, this is a trench meal. We good. I'm with y'all. This is me. Because if you go to like a lunch spot, like a diner spot, not a diner, we call them diners here, so I'm just saying that. But like, you know, like the little like lunch spots, whatever. You can get that. I was like, get 2 of those. I didn't realize that fried bologna was like a hood thing. I didn't think it was. I still don't think it is. But when I got to college, because listen, man, college dorms are like the trenches, because you ain't got no oven. You got a microwave, and you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, given my upbringing, I had some questionable family members that cooked only exclusively in microwaves. Told me how to make a lot of things, mainly with ramen and bologna. So I was frying bologna in the microwave in college. You can do that, by the way, if you didn't know that. In case anybody here is going to college and you want to make yourself a fried bologna sandwich. Because that's what I was doing. Now my roommate, he was from Illinois. But he was a hood too. This is my freshman year. African dude. Cool as hell. Nigerian. Didn't matter. But he was the same way. We was like 2 peas in a pod, bro. And frying bologna. He used to get the good kind. I ain't talking about Oscar Mayer. The good bologna. Stop me if you know what I'm talking about. Good bologna. Comes with the red. If it has a little red tape. Now, I've seen some people eat that. You gotta take that off. I don't know what y'all doing. But that red tape, you gotta take that off. Get you a paper plate. Got the paper, you can styrofoam. Paper plate. Put it on there. And cut a little slit right in the side. 60 seconds. Fried. Like with the on it. So you better believe, to me, I was making fried bologna with ramen. One of the funniest things I did, like I said, I had questionable family members, so they taught me how to make stuff like this. And I didn't realize, because I only made it at home. I never really raided around my friends, because we would like get pizza and stuff. But when I got to college, I was cooking, you know, like he was behind them walls. I was keeping it real. So I get there my freshman year. Now, I'm obviously in the Midwest. Like, it was a very eclectic time. You would meet plenty of people who weren't from places that we were from. So they'd come back to the room. You know, we'd have little friends over, whatever. And here I come. Tell me I ain't make a brick. Other people, places, they call them a spread. I heard it called like a hookup, setup. Basically, maybe I have to make it on here one day. I'm not like, I've seen it on TikTok now, so I know that other people who have been make them. But more or less, you get whatever your favorite chips are, and whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter after that. So, you can use like Slim Jims, any kind of thing that you can. I'm not trying to say commissary, but those kind of items. You know, anything you find in a convenience store. Get you some ramen, crush the ramen, pour it in the bag too, mix it up. You can add whatever you want to. I used to like pickled jalapenos. You heat you up some water in the microwave, and you pour it in the bag, get it all mixed up, set it up on the bottom, you roll it up, and then you wrap it in a towel. You can't heat up a chip bag like that. And you let it sit 10, 15, 20 minutes. Open it up. It looked like a tamale. So I was making them. And it kind of worked out well for me, because there was a time that I got caught on campus by myself in a snowstorm. I was in there fending, bro. Whatever I could find, pork rinds, like you name it. So, it actually comes in handy. And to tell you the truth, they're good. I make a cheesecake too. I wish I was kidding, bro. Yeah, I told it like a little bit of the story, but you know, I had a couple of people that like I grew up around, family members and friends of the family that, you know, would teach me things like that. Like nothing like bad, just stuff like that. Like how to like do, you know, make little I feel like they're good life skills though, because like when I got caught in snowstorms, or like when Hurricane Sandy came, bro, that shit helped. I'm being like, because we had no power, right? I couldn't use the stove. We had no lights, so I had a little hot plate that I had in my car, and I was cooking like funny shit. Like, it was good. Hey, we was surviving, bro. That shit was good. And y'all think it's funny. It's actually like really good. You'd be surprised. I've thought about doing a couple of those things on the channel. Let me know if you want me to do it. I feel weird doing it because I don't want people to like get the wrong thing. And I'm not trying to say it's a bad like what's the word I'm looking for? Like thing to insinuate. There's nothing wrong with it. Like I know plenty of people and they're fine. Like they're, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm not supposed to really be saying stuff like, but you get what I'm saying. Like I'm not trying to be like, you know, oh, like I'm not trying to hear that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But and they are good, and I think that like if people who've never tried stuff like that, like for me, like I don't look at it. I look at it more like just like poor people. Like you use what you make, and you could just make good meals out of anything. And that's the majority of like how I cook my food. You know what I mean? Like there's not really planning. It's just like what's in the fridge. And you've heard me plenty of times in here be like, I just had some shit in my pantry and I need to clean it out, so I made this. Sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes y'all be like, oh, that's weird, but it'd be good. And that's how I grew up. You know what I mean? Like sometimes like my mom or whatever, like we having leftovers today. You know what I mean? Like if I grew up in a house that like We always ate good. I'm not saying that, you know, we was eating like funny, because my mom wouldn't even let us eat Spam or nothing like that. Like, for real. Like, nah, not ever. But we still were like, you know, like trying to get by when we were younger. You know what I mean? Like when I was really young. And like if we made like a big pot of like chili, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like hot dogs and beans, like stuff like that. Like, you might have ate it on Monday, but you better believe on Tuesday, like, you eating fucking hot dogs and beans again till they're gone. That's just the way it goes. So one time my mom made like, and my dad used to do this with me too, you know, like she would make like beef stew, something like that, on Monday, and you better believe like Tuesday you eating beef stew again. So we made another meal out of the beef stew. So like I would make like a beef stew, like take the beef out and make a sandwich with it, you know, with a little mayo, a little cheese, like whoo, you know what I'm saying? Or like the next day, like, and you would just do that. So it never left me, and I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. I feel like that's just being like budget conscious. Like, I don't care how much money you make. Funny enough, well, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get the hell out of it, because I ate all my food already, because I was starving like Marvin. Leg day. I do legs twice a week. That's why I'd probably hear me say leg day a lot. I was watching like an Instagram post. It was Offset, you know, Offset, the Migos, and he was making breakfast. And people were talking funny about it because he made ramen noodles with cheese and some sausage. Like, where you think he got that? He got that because he grew up without money. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I was like, that shit looked good. Because, like, it don't matter how much money you make, like, that shit's still good. You know what I mean? Like, he could go and get him like a $200 meal from the steakhouse, but nah, the real stuff that be good for real, like the Spam, eggs, and rice, bro. Y'all missing out if you only eat like bougie food, bro. You gotta eat the food from the trenches. Like, if you think honey buns are not fire, if you think honey buns are not, you're not eating it right. If you eating it right out of the packet, is good. When you make something out, tell you this right now, go to the store, get you a Little Debbie or whatever. Y'all got 7-Elevens or Quick Trips or wherever you at in the Midwest. Get you a honey bun, right? You think I'm playing? Get you a honey bun. Put it in the microwave. Don't unwrap it, nothing. Put it in the microwave. Just open it a little bit. Put it in the microwave for 11 seconds. 11 LEBM seconds. 11 seconds. Put it in there. I'm telling y'all. Put it in there. Take it out. Get you a knife and a fork. If you really want something good, I'm going to have to do this shit one day because y'all don't really understand. Get you a knife and a fork. Get you some peanut butter. Spread it on the top. Microwave it again for like 10 seconds. 7 seconds. 18 total. That's it. Everything after that, you're going to have mush. Eat it with a knife and a fork. If you tell me that shit ain't good, if you tell me that ain't good, y'all ain't living. I'm telling you. Say what you want to say. Eggs and rice and fried bologna or Spam or whatever the hell it is. Some people put ketchup on it. My Dominicans friends had the fried salami with the mangú, or sometimes they eat it with the rice. Most of my Asian had a Filipino friend. Whatever the hell was breakfast was rice with whatever the hell they had the day before. Because that's how it is. Y'all don't know. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with being black. It ain't got nothing to do with it. It just had to do with if you was from the trenches. The trenches are not only in hoods. Like, there's poor white people that live in the country in trailer parks, and there's poor people in Hawaii, or there's poor people in England. I don't care. Trench meals in every place be fire. Pasta fazool is one of my favorite Italian foods, and that's a trench meal. Okay, that's poor ingredients, meat, and it's good and delicious. Stop eating all this bougie shit, bro. I'm telling you. The poor, y'all don't know. Y'all laugh at like hood meals. You make all that funny stuff. Y'all think that shit ain't good? I had a friend from Florida who used to eat like pickled eggs with Doritos and shit. Like, I couldn't do it. There's little eggs. I had my cousin in Georgia just had little eggs floating in that pink liquid. I'm gonna have to try that one day. You can't really get it up here, but they used to take that, put it in a plastic bag with Doritos, bro. And be happy. You don't need no steak. I'm just telling y'all. People from the trench meals from anywhere, where you be Canadian, bro. Trenches, you know. You don't care if you living in Greenland, bro. Trench meals. They probably eating, I don't know what the hell they eat in Greenland, but still. Y'all get what I'm saying. Anyway, that was delicious. I had a little abbreviated meal because, you know, the weekend's coming up, and that's like when I tend to like up the calories a little bit, so I got to take them down during the week. And I have a couple of things I got planned this week. I'm not sure if there will be unfiltered. There wasn't last week. I'm not trying to put anybody's business out there, and it's not like a serious thing. But like my brother, he hasn't been feeling well. It's not what you think. He's been tested. It's not that, but he's just been feeling a little, under the weather. So I'm not sure if we'll be doing anything this weekend either. So solo dolo. Yeah, it's my channel, so I hope you don't dislike me that much. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow, with or without more content. I love y'all. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.